Good morning. I say good morning. It's really, really dark, which is why I'm facing the window to get as much light as I can. Welcome back. It's Tuesday. It's the 9th. And things are happening today. Fingers crossed. I've got everything crossed. It's quite an exciting day. Should we go and say hello to the boys and girls in the kitchen? Hang on. There's the boys. And there's Jenny. Good morning. Say good morning. If you're new here, my name's Kirsten. And my channel, I vlog about my life working from home. I buy, sell vintage antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think I can sell for a profit online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. Bit of a mouthful, that. But also, I just vlog about what it's like working from home as a middle-aged woman with all the issues that come along with that, the issues of working from home, and living with 3 dogs, 3 older dogs. Jenny's 16, it was her 16th birthday recently, and we had her since she was a puppy, and she has been a phenomenally wonderful dog. She can be a bit of a pain, but can't they all? And then Benji and Eddie joined us in February from the rescue centre. They're about 10, we're not sure. And on the whole, they're lovely dogs. They come with their challenges. Darren's busy outside in the garage. I'll explain that in a minute. But all the dogs want to be outside with him, but he just needs to concentrate. And it's so wet in the garden that I'm keeping them in the kitchen for now. So, yeah, we've got quite a busy day today. It's now 9:30. I've just done a quick members video that went up just now. We've left some bids at an auction that goes on today. So we quickly went and left some bids. We were going to go to the viewing, but we decided against it because we've got other things on our mind at the moment. Yeah. Shall I tell you now? Shall I tell you? Shall I get it out? I don't think I'm going to be able to talk about anything else, so it's going to happen. First things first, remember to take my tablets. Have you had your tablets? Did you remember? I've had to resort to using the Monday to Sunday thing because, you know, I can't remember anything. I don't know if I said thank yous in my last video, so I'm going to say some thank yous because I honestly can't remember where I am. So, thank you to Carla, Adeline, not sure how that's pronounced. Dawn, Janet, Kaz, Julie, Francis, June, Pauline, Jilly. I don't know how far back I'm going. Valerie, Victoria, Amanda, Jacqueline, Sue, I don't know, but thank you so much. I've probably said thank you to you already. I know in my last video, I just having a bit of a rant, wasn't I? Oh, and the video before that in Boston doing the charity shops, I was so disappointed in the sort of sound distortion because I edited it all on my iPad, listened to it through, it sounded absolutely fine. And it wasn't until Darren was watching it to see what it was like when it came out on Friday. No, what day is it today? Yeah, Friday. That we heard it and I was like, oh, it's so disappointing. I don't know what causes that, but I've had it before and I just avoided putting music over me talking, but I thought I'd try it again because I've seen other people do talky bits with music in the background and it's been all right. And I thought maybe mine will be all right now, but I shan't do that again until I can find a different way of doing it. But anyway, that's all by the by. I've got no eBay orders whatsoever. I think eBay has switched itself off completely. But then again, we've not been listing much either. I think Darren's listed a couple of books, but that's about it. Now, I did watch a Vlogmas video from somebody that I've not watched before, so I thought I would give them a bit of a shout out. I've only watched one, so I can't say, you know, that it's all my cup of tea. But the one that I watched was very nice. She went around some craft fairs and stuff. Now I've got to try and find what she's called, and then I'll give her a bit of a shout out and leave her link down below. Bear with and I'll have a look. I found it. Emma Sturman. So I'll leave a link in the description box and you can go over and subscribe. She's doing Vlogmas at the moment, so you can go and give her a watch and see what you think. And then the other one that we found recently was, I don't know how you pronounce it, Arky's Vintage Emporium. It's a couple from Derby, and they are taking on a space in an antique centre, so they're buying stock to put in there. I can't remember when they're taking it on, but yeah, they're good fun, so it's definitely worth a watch. So I think they've only got 3 or 4 videos out so far, so get in there early because I think they'll be entertaining. Again, I'll put a link in my description box. We've had an eBay order, one singular, and see if I can find it. If not, Darren will have to find it for me. But it is something I've had for ages. Here we go. Decorative eggs. It's one of these blue boxes. No, it's not that one. Is it this one? I bought a huge job lot one. That's the one. When I still had the shop. And I'm just selling off the last few. But they've been they were a good buy overall. I think I paid 50 quid for quite a lot of them. Can't remember how many there were, about 30? No, more than that. Anyway, I've sold them all for at least a tenner each, so it's not bad at all. So I'll pack this and post it tomorrow, as will I with Carla's order, because I've not done that one yet on my website, but that will go out tomorrow. It's not going to take me long, is it? It's about 1:30 now, and it's not got any brighter, but it has stopped raining for the moment. Fingers crossed, but we're all wrapped up and ready for the outside. But yeah, some of the sky looks quite dramatic, but I'm not going to tell you where we're going just yet. You, handsome boy, aren't you? It's been a little bit hairy so far. There's tension in the house. Oh, we really want them to get along, but maybe it's too many boys, I don't know.
In there. I'm going to get Terry to walk backwards just to make it look cinematic, this video. So we've got 2 more to try, and then, well, that's Canterbury. So hopefully these last 2 shops will have everything we need.
How are you getting on, Dave? So this is Dave. He's very nervous, aren't you? But he's a good boy, aren't you, Dave? He's not sure. I'm just doing some work in my office. I've got a helper. Dave. He's quite settled. He looks a little bit nervous, but he's got to get used to the sounds and the noises that go on. Eddie and Benji are still a bit too much for him at the moment. So we thought we'll keep him in here with me. And Darren will keep the boys busy.
Whoops. Camera. Good boys. Well, good boy and good girl. Sorry, Jim. That's it.
So it is, do you know what? I don't know what time it is. I've been on the sofa most of the afternoon, just cuddling. Just reassuring and cuddling and holding Ed at arm's length. Ed's been very good, actually. Yesterday he was just too intense and he was scaring Dave too much. But today he's not been as bad. Benji, the problem with Benji is he's unpredictable. So it'll be fine 1 minute and then jump at him the next. And he doesn't like that. But he seems more settled. He loves cuddling. He loves reassurance. Darren's spoken to the lady from the shelter and they're going to organise a vet to get his claws cut because they're way too long. And have a look at his teeth and give him an overall health check. But judging by the smell of him, he's been in a household where they had a lot of smokers. So he's had a couple of baths, but he's going to need a few more. And maybe if they could clean his teeth a bit, that might help with the breath. Because that's not good. But I took him out for a walk this morning on his own, and we walked down to the groomers and we went past some other dogs and he was absolutely fine. I think it's just when they come too close that he gets a little bit nervous. Hello, Eddie. Oh no, I've got a three-pronged attack. Right, Ed, back off. Just sit there, sit. Stay there. Benji, you stay down there. So this is a first. I've got Benji at the end. I've got Eddie here. And I've got Dave here. And all is quiet. Darren's in the kitchen. Jenny's with him. Dave is shaking. I can feel his body shaking, but certainly seems to be calming down in the Hinch household. So that's the first time that I've had these three on the sofa together. So I'm really pleased with that progress. Eddie's such a good boy, and Dave's being a good boy, and Benji's being a good boy. We took them out for a walk this afternoon, all four of them, and none of them are great on a lead. Jenny decided halfway she'd had enough, wanted to turn around and go back. I don't know if you've watched my vlogs for a long time, you'll know that she always used to do that all the time when I used to take her out. But yeah, she did that today. And the other three are just very excited and pull a lot. So for you experienced dog owners, I could really do with a little bit of advice on collars or harnesses, really good brands, because both Benji and Eddie came with a collar and lead, but both of them just slip out of the collars, which isn't a too big a deal where we go, just along the main, not the main road, this little lane here. But we bought a harness for Benji on Amazon, I think. But he just pulled his head out of that. I don't know how he's done that. Anyway, I could really do with getting a harness for Eddie. But the problem is, he's got a very chunky body. And his neck is wider than his head. So I'm not quite sure how we do that. I think maybe all four of them would be better with harnesses, but I just don't know where to start with it, if I'm honest. So if you've got any advice about harnesses, let me know.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes. You don't know. They don't impart much information to you, do they, Mummy?
No, we're gonna put them.
And how long is the kiss?
Boy, was that some work. Thank you so much for playing your part in all of this. And people ask, what is the best way to support the channel? Literally hit the subscribe button below and watch the videos. And together we can make magical things like this happen. And
Wow, look at that sky this morning. I could see it through the window and I was trapped underneath dogs and I wanted to get out and see the sky. Good morning. Excuse the state of me. The sky is absolutely incredible this morning. Phenomenal. It's Thursday morning and Dave's down here in his crate. The door's open so he can come out if he wants to. So I thought I'd give you an update on how it's going and tell you a bit about Dave, because I realised when I looked back at what I'd videoed, I hadn't really told you an awful lot about Dave because it was just quite chaotic and stressful to start with, introducing Benji, Eddie and Dave. Jenny's been an absolute star, so no issues there at all. The other three are just going to need a little bit of integration, so we're trying to give them bursts of time together and then separate them and give them some time alone as well. I'm going to put my phone on the tripod because my arm's aching because I've been cuddling dogs so much. I've got arm ache. Can you get like repetitive strain injury from cuddling dogs? Apparently yes. So we're just going to have to deal with a little bit of reflection on my glasses. Sorry, shall we angle it so you can see Dave, because he's more important than I am. Hang on. There, I'll stand over here and you can watch Dave. So, let's just say the whole Dave situation came around quite quickly. We'd seen the shelter, the dog shelter, put out a post about him. He's 12 years old and his owners had died. And with older dogs, they're always more concerned about finding a home because a lot of people won't take on older dogs. So he'd kind of said, oh, he's cute, yeah, maybe, and then didn't really think anything, well, I didn't think anything else of it. And then on Monday, Darren was like, do you think maybe we should give it a go? So, yeah, within sort of 24 hours, it turned around from, yeah, I think 3's enough to, oh, go on then, we'll have a 4th. And the lady who runs the shelter was very keen to get him out as soon as possible so that they didn't have too much trauma. So yeah, that's why it all happened so quickly. He's a lovely dog. He's very affectionate. He's obviously used to having lots of cuddles. But as I said before, I think his owner was a smoker, so he's got a very smelly coat, which is sort of ingrained, which is going to take multiple goes of washing. So I think we're just going to have to keep at that. But I don't want to do it every day and stress him out. So he had a shower yesterday and a bath. And I'll do one again probably on, I don't know, weekend or something. But yeah, so far, introductions wise, as I say, Jenny's been an absolute star, no issues whatsoever. Benji, he's just very barky and jumpy, and that freaks him out a bit. And Eddie's very in his face, just comes right up to him and just wants to be really close to him, and he's a bit freaked out by that. And so he's been shaking a lot, and so I've been sort of the barrier between the dogs and him, just gradually letting them get a bit closer all the time. And then we had a bit of a breakthrough yesterday evening. We were all just in the lounge, everybody had sort of settled down, and I needed to get up to go to the loo. So I said, right, I'm going to get up and go to the loo. And Darren said, well, I'll take the boys out in the garden, meaning Benji and Eddie. He got up and said, come on, boys. And Blaze jumped up and went with him, and they all ran out in the garden together. And it was all fine. And then they came back in, and he's not really eaten and drunk an awful lot, but then he had a drink of water as well, so that was good. And he even had a little treat, because he's not really been accepting treats either. I don't think he's used to hard food, so yeah, so last night was a bit like, wow, maybe there's a chance, because up to then we were just thinking this isn't working out. But and then this morning, there's been glimpses of it been okay. We've just been out in the garden and there was a bit of a kerfuffle. But that's going to happen, isn't it? It's just we don't want major fallouts. So I brought him in my office for him to have a break again from the boys, and I can get some work done and Darren can get some things done. And yeah, it's just a gradual process. And in the meantime, we're just spending a lot of quiet time cuddling and getting to know him. Some of you might have noticed that I called him Blaze just now. Blaze is the name he came to us with, and we decided we'd like to change it, and we thought Dave Blaze kind of sounds similar, but now we've decided that he's Dave Blaze. So he gets called Dave and Blaze and Dave Blaze. He sounds like a 70s radio DJ, I think, Dave Blaze. I've no idea, there might be a real Dave Blaze out there, but that's his name. Yeah, it's been full on, and I think it's going to be full on for a little while. I mean, it's full on with 3 dogs. It's going to be full on with 4 dogs, isn't it? We just need them to get along to the stage where we can leave them and not worry about them being left together, we can go through the house and not worry about them scrapping or picking on anyone in particular. They don't have to be best friends. You know, Jenny's a little bit aloof. She keeps her distance from the other two, and that's fine. But yeah, we just don't need scrapping. And I think that Dave's he will stick up for himself, so I don't think he's going to be a pushover. So, fingers crossed, Dave will stay with us. If things don't work out, then we're going to act as sort of foster parents and hope that they can find him a home maybe that's a bit quieter, but we're very hopeful, so keep everything crossed for us and Dave. I will update you next time I speak to you. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. And say bye. Take care, stay safe. He's a good boy. Yeah.
You see.